Good evening, guys. Good evening once again. Welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel that discusses South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news when it is trending enough to be brought here. Please do understand that I am not a politician. I do not have deep knowledge in politics. However, I am a South African citizen who is also a voter, and I do believe that my views count when it comes to political affairs of our beautiful country. Now, as we are here today, no one can deny the power that the MKP commands in the political space in South Africa. And MKP has become a nightmare to political parties, to main political parties in South Africa, as they continue to call for the unity of black political parties. And some political parties like the EFF are rejecting that unity that is being called by former President Jacob Zuma, saying if he wanted to unite the black political parties, he could have come under the EFF. So
we will never unite with Zuma, who wants to kill the EFF. Will never unite with MK that exists to destroy the EFF. We are not friends to the enemies of the EFF. Whether Trump says the same thing about the two of us, we don't care. We must never be tempted to unite with the agents who want to destroy the EFF. If Zuma batla unity of black people, why did he form MK when there was EFF? Because how former party you are already dividing people. You must join the existing organization that pursues the same agenda, which is the EFF.
Don't worry about leaders of black political parties that say they do not want unity with MK. We are going to unite voters underneath them and leave them alone as leaders. We have already started. In KwaZulu-Natal. We unite the voters and then we leave a shell there. People will just speak forever, talking to nothing. This unity that we are asking for, we are not begging it. We are demanding unity of black people so that we can bring about liberation. And if leaders don't want to unite, we are going to unite the voters.
The existence of MK threat as well to the Democratic Alliance, and when I say so, I am referring to the Mngeni municipality as we approach the 2026 local government elections. Believe you me, I am expecting fireworks there. Really, I'm talking about Mngeni municipality now. As we continue on this, when MK came to exist, the ANC was sort of in denial of the impact that the MK was going to have.
He's surprised, and we have been tested here. Are we equal to the task? And as Zumenza, manifesto yetu JZ. Ituba lokuti simpendule liyeza sizampendula once.
And the shock that they had when MK changed the numbers in the scoreboard of the political results. it became a period of mourning and confusion to the leaders of the ANC.
EFF, DA, all small political parties combined did not defeat the ANC. Jacob Zuma did. He has always been. We have seen in the days when he was a president, we attracted good numbers in KwaZulu-Natal. For the 2 terms that he has served as president, even when we were facing difficulties in terms of the percentage, KwaZulu-Natal was able to shift the balance in our favor. And we characterize it not as a phenomenon, but the Zuma factor. And so that is what we have been grappling with over the years and all of that. And in this particular instance, we knew going into this election, when he has taken a stance to form a political party, that most definitely that is going to eat in the base of the ANC.
Do you think Mr. Zuma cost you the election, a majority?
Sorry?
Do you think that the former president cost you this election, cost you your majority?
Yes, he did cost the ANC majority. I mean, look at KZN. We dropped from higher numbers in the legislature and all of that. Where did that number come from? It came from KZN. The MK party has taken members from the EFF, from the IFP, and largely from the African National Congress, and basically became number 1 in KwaZulu-Natal, and then became number 3 in the National Assembly. Where did those numbers come from? And they took also from the DA in KwaZulu-Natal in terms of some of the sections of society.
Followed by the EFF, as they took back the 3%, the MK took that 3% that was the gain for the EFF in KwaZulu-Natal, and also took back the support that was enjoyed by the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal. And if we remember, before former President Jacob Zuma became the president of the ANC was not a dominant party in KwaZulu-Natal, but that changed as soon as the former President Jacob Zuma became the president of the ANC. The ANC began to be a force in KwaZulu-Natal. So with the factions that came to exist within the ANC, that changed the relationship, the solid relationship of the ANC leaders within the ANC, and the ANC was divided. And evidently there was a side that went with former President Jacob Zuma and the side that supported the current president Cyril Ramaphosa. So with all the cases, the Guptas and whatnot, all the court cases that former President Jacob Zuma was facing, we ended up having to see him being taken to prison, or rather handing himself over to be arrested, and we had chaos in KwaZulu-Natal. And the chaos that BELA says he continued to talk to the former President Jacob Zuma about, that, look, we see the way you are moving. That's according to BELA, those are not my words. Please try and fix this so that we cannot see the bloodshed in KwaZulu-Natal. So that once former President Jacob Zuma was arrested and we had that chaos that we had in KwaZulu-Natal, the whole thing changed. And many people believed that he was done politically. And we did not know that the man was going to switch up and decide, you know what, I still have the support, I still got the political expertise, so I can use that and create my own political party. The political party that is said that it was formed by Jabulani Khumalo, and they went to court back and forth with that. But at the end of the day, as we speak today, the political party is under the leadership of former President Jacob Zuma, and the party is doing very, very well. So you can believe me when I say, after the mourning, the regret, the confusion by the ANC leaders, and the continuous recruiting by the MKP, recruiting of the EFF leaders from the EFF, who seem now to be facing challenges within MKP. But you're allowed to differ with your views in the comment section. And now I realize that the EFF now and the ANC have switched up now. It's like they are taking arms up as we go into the 2020 local government elections. And with Julius Malema having said openly that the immediate enemy of the EFF is the MKP and they don't want to say anything MKP.
Our biggest enemy and immediate enemy that we are dealing with now is MKP. We don't want to see anything that has got to do with that.
And there seems to be a certain move that is just organized so uniformly between the ANC and the EFF, as well as their allies, like people like Zuma now coming through, speaking the same language, and that language now has gone to other African countries, and that language that they are speaking these days, please, I'm not a political expert, it's just a view of a voter, the way I'm saying things. So it's like there is this thing that is being coordinated, and the whole thing is going for the image of former President Jacob Zuma. And that, for me, it is the recognition that they understand that the MKP was formed and was successful because of the image of former President Jacob Zuma. And that is evident because, as I said before, that the 3% that was gained by the EFF was gone with MK after the elections, and the ANC lost the support that they gained when former President Jacob Zuma became the president of ANC. As he left the ANC, that support also left. So now they understand the power that he commands. That is according to me. And we see the resurrection of the Gaddafi unaliving by NATO now. That's where I'm going. We see the story coming up again. And when it comes up in a way that the arrows of blame, the apportioning of blame goes to former President Jacob Zuma. It's like there's a coordinated campaign against the image of former President Jacob Zuma so that they can collapse the MKP right on its foundation. As many people have been saying, as many analysts have been saying, many have been saying, once former President Jacob Zuma passes away, the MKP will collapse. It will be history. So now that the man seems to be defying the age, and the man seems to be so strong against age, I'm saying this campaign. I don't know, please do correct me when I'm wrong. Have you not seen the trend that is currently going on now about Gaddafi and the apportioning of blame on the decisions that were taken by former President Jacob Zuma?
Now, when this problem of Libya started, the African Union, with our chairman who is here now, this gentleman here, they formed a committee of a few of us. I think we were 6. I was one of them. The whole of the African Union gave that committee a mandate to look for a solution for the Libyan problem. Now, on one occasion, I didn't go that time. These excellencies, this one here, Jacob Zuma, and the others, I was not there, but my minister was among them. They entered a plane in Nouakchott, in his place. They were going to Libya to mediate. And they were told by NATO to go back. Yes. Said, you go back. Yes, he's here. If I'm telling lies, I'm not the one who invited him, you're the one who invited him. African presidents on an African mission over African soil were ordered by NATO to go back. That NATO has not allowed them to land in Libya. Now, we call this in Swahili dharau, contempt. This is contempt. So now you can weigh yourselves now. Your presidents were ordered by NATO. 6 of them, not one. If it was only 7, maybe you could say. Six excellencies, African excellencies, were ordered, go back. Over Africa. Now, These fellows didn't listen to us. They continued. They killed Gaddafi. Now Libya is in tatters. Up to today. And the problem did not only end in Libya. It went into Mali. It has gone now into Chad. The whole area is in flames. Egypt, yes. So now you see where you are. You were weak. Because of your weakness, you are colonized. Fortunately, we survived. And by a combination of factors, we got our freedom again. But we did not use our freedom to make ourselves stronger. We remained where we were. And now, the former colonialists are coming back to continue where they had left off.
Zuma, President Zuma of South Africa, had already accepted him for asylum. Plans were underway to talk to Gaddafi for him to move to South Africa. So yes, the decision to take out Gaddafi went against the wishes of the African Union. We wished things had been handled a little differently. You're quite right. I think, but when you're coming up against more powerful forces, again, it goes back to Africa taking its rightful place on the world stage. But AU was clearly opposed to the manner in which Gaddafi was taken out without a plan for replacement, which is what led us to the Libya that we have today.
When the Security Council met to discuss the resolution on Libya, the South African ambassador at the Security, was a member, temporary member of the Security Council at the time. He ran away and tried to hide somewhere. Because his instruction from his boss in South Africa had been to vote in favor of the resolution. And the ambassador disagreed with that. But he couldn't disagree with his president. So the best way to do was to hide under the table. So he went and hid himself somewhere. And the US ambassador, the Security Council looked for him. Obviously mobilized all the states, institutions of the United States, and they found him. And they took him physically into the UN chamber so that he might vote for this resolution, which he did.
Was in the ANC when they went to attack Libya. I stood up and told Zuma that you have sold out Gaddafi, and Gaddafi gave you money to be a president of the ANC because you voted for no-fly zone, and they used that to attack Gaddafi. And when they were attacking Gaddafi, the white people came to us and said, oh, what was he doing to his people? He was killing his own people. That's fine. Gaddafi is gone now. What are you doing to his people? What are you doing to... They've never provided solution anyway. All they do is to disrupt. You listen to them in Libya, they said Gaddafi was a murderer, a man who gave people land, a man who gave people free education, free health care, looked after his own. We were told that is an enemy. We will never be told in the EFF who our enemies are. We will know who our enemies are.
He says to Floyd, inside the conference, because we're exposing him. Why? South Africa voted for it. If South Africa had voted against that resolution, China and Russia would have vetoed that resolution. Gaddafi will still be alive. Why did they come and kill brother leader here, Gaddafi? For what reason? There was no need, and unfortunately we voted for the destruction of Libya. And when we raised that matter in the ANC, and we raised it sharply in the ANC and disagreed with Zuma, that we were told we were disrespectful. We were told we are young, we don't know what we are talking about. That thing is haunting us. He comes to the Youth League conference, he reads half of the resolution of the UN. When Floyd completes the resolution, because Zuma said no, we said no flight zone. And then he leaves it there. Floyd screams from the back and says, and any other necessary means. Because any other necessary means is the one that allowed these people to enter Libya and distract it. He doesn't want to read that part.
Have you not seen that? And there are a few that are defending him, but the majority are blaming him. I don't know what happened there, because one wasn't paying attention to those things. You don't understand, when you are young and you are out there living your own life, you are just not bothered. You hear those things and you hear them from a distance, especially when life is comfortable and the country is not shaken to this extent. So what I'm saying is, the ANC and the EFF and their allies together, and the people who are the sympathizers of the ANC, they seem to be going for the image of former President Jacob Zuma, for the quick unaliving of MKP. That is my take, but you are allowed to differ with me in the comment section. And that's the takedown that I am talking about, that it seems like there's a takedown project that is going on against the image of former President Jacob Zuma. How far that is going to work, no one knows. No one knows. I don't know. I am neither on the support of any of the political parties. I'm just a citizen who is a voter, observing, so that I can take my decision very well who to vote for as we go into those local government elections. So if you watched up to here, I would like to say Enkosini guys Kakulu for watching my videos, and whatever your views are, kindly share them in the comment section. I'm looking forward to reading those and I'm going to respond. And if you're on Wi-Fi and we have the time, kindly watch my ads in full. That support really goes a long way to have a beautiful night.